students, welcome back to Study Live. Today in the chapter Evolution, we'll be learning about the biological evolution. Now students, when I'm talking about the bio, what does this mean? The bio means a life, right? And this life is only possible with the help of the cells. So basically cells are the originator of the life, right? Cells are the originator of life. And yes, from the cells, the origin of life is being started, and then we have seen that various organs, organisms, and variety of living organisms formed. So, they appear a common metabolic activity. And there we come to the point where the life existed, right student? But when I'm talking about the evolution, the naturalist Darwin, his Darwinian theory of natural selection plays a very important role over here student, because what Darwin has to say regarding the natural selection, that means the nature selects itself that which are the species which are going to survive and which are the species which are going to lag behind. Let's take an example of the microorganisms. Let's take the example of microorganisms. Supposing that a class of bacteria or the microorganism is taken in a petri dish, right? In a petri dish with the survival of nutrient. So what is there inside? Nutrient is there inside. Supposing this is the species A. Now, when these microorganisms, when this culture is added, what will they do? They will start eating the nutrient which is available. And then what will happen? They will increase in number. They will make the colony. Each colony contains millions of single microorganisms, right? So, what I can say is millions of copies they will grow. So that means one microorganism leads to the formation of millions of organisms. This is just possible within 24 hours. This is just possible within 24 hours. But student, suppose the nutrient that you have provided was a nutrient A. Now, you had changed a slight composition of this nutrient so that you get to know about some other formation of the nutrient. The nutrient which is formed now is, supposing this is nutrient B. How this became nutrient B? Because you have changed the composition of this nutrient to this. Now what will happen? Suppose if here millions of organism is being grown right from the one organism, here the species or the organism which are not able to survive without nutrient A, the composition of the nutrient A slightly changes, and now not all the microorganisms are able to survive to that particular condition. So what will happen? There will be decrease in the growth. There will be decrease in the growth as compared to the nutrient A petri dish. So let's take that. This is my species A and species B. Now what is common over here, that the species, the microorganism right from here is being grown over here. But the composition of the nutrient is changed, due to which there will be some organism which will die. Some organism which will not able to survive and which will not be able to have this food. They will not be able to feed. So what had happened exactly? The number of microorganisms grown in a species B will be comparatively less. That means this is natural selection. Because what had exactly happened? The species which were not able to survive is dead. Okay, so if you are not non-survival, will die. So what will happen? That will decrease the population. And then a species now which is available, that is species B, is less in number, but yes, it has some of the quality which species A do not have, because this has adapted in that particular condition. So species B is having the ability to adapt in the given environment. Are you getting me, students? So what has exactly happened? They have made some changes in their body, due to which the survival is possible. That stands for the biological evolution. Are you understanding? Well, let's take another example. If I talk about the natural selection, and branching so we will observe that there will be some species which are able to survive in a given environment. Not only the scientist Darwin, but also the French scientist, Lamarck, had put forward this theory of biological evolution, wherein he made us understand, he took the example of giraffe. Okay, student, and it is being observed that the plant is growing over here. So the height of the plant is slightly high as compared to the availability. So availability is not easily possible. So what has happened? The giraffe species is trying to eat from the top, and this is being continued over the years. And you know what, student? Today when we see giraffe, we know that giraffe is an animal which is having the longest neck. Have you? Yes, we all have observed. So what is that basically? That is in initial stage, when the life is started, that time the giraffe life was not like this. So what happened? There is extension in neck of giraffe is observed. Over the species, if this thing is being continued over the years, so the new population which is coming, what has happened to the new population? This is the new population. In the new population, what had happened, student? Over the years, there is an extension in neck of the giraffe is observed. And now this, can we call it as a new species? It does not mean that we have come across something new. It is just originating from the ancestor. So how have we got this? This is from the ancestors. So likewise, there are various examples, just 2 examples that we have taken over here. Likewise, there are various examples with which we can conclude that yes, the biological evolution, that means something in the body, something in the living existence has happened. Forget about the natural selection and habitat and the environment. So what exactly had happened? Something in the body changes, which we have got from the ancestor species itself. But this gives us an example that yes, the biological evolution is possible over the years. Still, students, the question is whether evolution is a process or evolution is the result of a process. Can you answer me this, student? Whether it is a process or it is a result of a process? No, students, we cannot say either of it, because the evolution is happening from years and years and years, and we still don't know that there are still changes are happening in the plants, in the animals, in the insects, in the microorganisms. So you cannot say it is a process, rather you cannot even say it is a result of a process, rather it is a continue process happening till life exists. So we cannot say whether it is end up or this is the last, or whether these changes are going to happen. This we cannot say. It is over the years, if the things are not balanced, so the species will try to adapt to that condition so that he or she, or whichever the species, is able to survive. And that's how the biological evolution has came into the picture, and it is yes, it is still being existed. So student, that's all about the concept of the biological evolution. I hope you've got the clarity. To get more clarity in your concept, stay tuned with Study Live. Thank you.